What's up, guys? Brad, Dallas, Maggie here at the shop. It is Saturday. We haven't done much videoing this week. Me and Dallas both had the sinus crud last week. Maggie had it, and we've just been trying to stay in the house out of the pollen all week, so we really haven't done anything. However, we did find a small issue with the new thermostat housing, so we've been down here working on it today. So it's been fun playing in the water and the mud and having to do it out in the sun because I didn't want to make a mess in the shop. So I'm about to take it for a test spin here in just a second to double check it, make sure that all the issues with the water's done now. That way we don't have any. Kind of to touch base back on what we was talking about last week in the video. I haven't done any more updating on this, but you can see right here everything we had to buy from the last race we ran at Boaz. We got a gallon of degreaser for 20 bucks, 2 gallons of pressure washer gas, that was $7, 2 cans of brake cleaner, that was $8, 1 right rear tire, that was $2.25, 2 gallons of cheap oil, and I didn't specify in the last video, but the cheap oil was it was just a security. We put 2 gallons of oil in the dry sump tank to flush the system, to flush the tank, the lines, the pump, make sure there wasn't any kind of water or contaminants in there. Everything looked good, so that was $42. 2 gallons of antifreeze, that was $6, and then the carburetor stop ended up being $62 that we was talking about. When we went ahead and bought that right rear tire, we went ahead and got 2 more tires, so that was another $4.50. Tires are hard to come by, they're expensive, so when you can find them, you might as well get them. 1 oil filter, because we had to change the oil in this motor, so the oil filter was $22, and then a 5-gallon bucket of the Schaefer oil we run was right at $300. And then in order for us to get to Boyd's other than that, it took us $82 in diesel fuel for a grand total of right at $12.40. You know, there's tax and other little things added in there, but right around $12.40 is what it's going to cost us to get back to the track tonight. We had 2 options this week. We were going to go to ACM. They had issues last week where they tried to race and it got fogged out. My understanding is they didn't run any heat racing or anything, so they're going to run 2 shows tonight. They originally said that you could pay $60 and come in and run both races. Then they changed it and said that you couldn't run both races, so that's out of the question. I'm not going over there sitting all night and watching one race and then only competing in one. So that's out of the question. We were going to Mountain View tonight. However, we had some things come up like this right here. My dad's not going to be able to get off work till late. Brandon, Madden, they had baseball, softball games and all. So Mountain View just didn't work out for us. I know I've said time and time again I don't like going to NASCAR weekend, but you know, it looks like that's going to be the only option we've got tonight if we want to go racing. So ACM could have worked out because it's about the same distance as Talladega is for me. It's just about 30 minutes further, but Mountain View's an hour ahead of us, plus you know, it's 2 hours for me, so we'd have to leave at like 12:30, 1 o'clock, and that's just not feasible. So no doubt in my mind, me and Dallas could do it, but you know, it'd be a rush trying to get everything done. So I guess we're just gonna bite the bullet and go to NASCAR weekend tonight and see what happens. Huh? Yeah, they did get the hot lap qualify last night, so that's kind of a plus. And you know, that's one of the main, a lot of people was asking why we didn't want to go to NASCAR weekend. That's one of the main reasons, is because, you know, normally there's 20-30 cars there on NASCAR weekend just because it's NASCAR weekend, and you know, you stick your hand in a bucket for a starting spot. So sometimes you get put back of a heat race where there's people on the front row that's never even been in a car, and you know, it just typically the track rubbers up. It's one lane, it's hard to pass on, and you know, it's just a recipe for disaster. But with us getting the hot lap qualify, that's going to be okay. You know, if I get put in the back, that's my fault. I can blame myself. But we'll see how it goes, and if I decide to change it, then we'll just jump up and run super tonight and get us a little start money and have fun. So anyways, I'm gonna dry the motor off from where I put all the water on it just a second ago, and I'm gonna take it for a spin and make sure everything's good to go. So we'll see you guys tonight at Talladega Short Track. Thanks for watching. If you hadn't already, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Thanks to Vinson Race Engines, Warp Speed Performance Parts, KT Heat and Air. Thanks to each and every one of you who watch this. We got a new logo coming out. That's pretty exciting. Thanks to Trevor Moon. He helped us out on a logo there, and it looks awesome. So can't wait to show that to you guys. I've always been a big fan of history and Alabama gang, and kind of incorporated that into it a little bit. So pretty excited about that. So
if you guys need any logo work, be sure to check out Trevor Moon. He's on Facebook. He's actually got a Facebook page. You can go to him personally, which is Trevor Moon, or you can go to his business Facebook page, which is Trevor Moon Performance. Check him out. He does an awesome job.
Yes, very easy to work with. And
he did both of our logos, the Warp Speed Performance parts, and then also the Days of Dirt.
Yep.
So if you guys don't know, the Warp Speed is our parts, so if you need any parts, hit us up.
Yep. All right, guys, appreciate it. Let's get in here and get to work some more.
Trying to check and make sure there isn't a water leak. I think he already told you guys that, but something with the housing and the gasket just doesn't fit perfect, because the housing has a little bit of an O-ring, so it's hitting on that gasket and blowing the gasket out. So we put a different gasket on, and hopefully this one will work. He's just doing this to check to make sure we don't have a water leak before we head to the racetrack.
Double royalty here. Okay, great. This is, you know, you're not supposed to have favorites, but just as a human being and a person, and I appreciate what he does. This is the Rockledge Rocket of Brad Berry right now. He's right here in front of the tower. And Brad, thanks for coming to Talladega tonight. We missed you last night. I know you're probably working on your car, or bouncing little Miss Maggie on your knee, or telling Dallas what a wonderful mom and wife she is, or something like that. But you're here tonight, man. What are you looking for tonight?
Looking to come win.
That's the bottom line. Tell us about your YouTube thing, your Days of Dirt with Brad Berry, which I watch religiously whenever you put them out on YouTube. Great deal, man. When did you start doing that YouTube stuff?
Well, we've always done the Facebook Live, and you know, been pretty active on social media. You know, we just kind of felt like that social media is the next step, you know, for short track racing. There's a lot of eyes that can see you out there once you step up to, you know, Facebook, YouTube.
content after the Ice Bowl. I watched so many of your videos on YouTube of you fixing up your torn up race car, and especially the front end of the car. Man, there is so much work that goes into these things. It's amazing. And if you watch your videos, it's like, dang, man, you got to work, and then you work at night on your race car, and you got to take care of Miss Dallas over here and all that. Man, where do you find time to sleep?
Well, it'd be nice if you could do the same thing in real life as you do with these GoPro cameras. Just put it on time where as you're sitting there watching it, you know, you're like, oh man, it only took 30 seconds to do that, but it was really like 3.5 hours. So it's a balancing act, but you know, we all love what we do, and we find ways to make it work.
Well, you know, when you come to Talladega Short Track, sometimes when you're out here, you just, for lack of a better word, you kind of dominate. It's like opening night, man. Your car was just awesome, and nobody had anything for you. I know tonight's a different night, but that all goes back to preparation in the shop.
100%. You know, I can't thank Capital Race Cars. Once we made the switch about middle of the season last year to this Capital car, and I think we brought it down here, you know, like 6 or 7 times on a regular night, pretty much. You know, we've won 6 or 7 times that we came. Ice Bowl, like you said, it was unfortunate. It was 100% my fault. I screwed up and got caught up in a wreck and put us behind the 8 ball to begin with, which, like I said, was my fault. Felt like we had a really good car that weekend, but you know, we've been blessed with it. Thank Marshall, Richard Austin. We picked that car up from him, and Penske Shocks, all those guys. Wendell Vinson Race Engines. You know, we had a little issue at Boyd's the other night with our topless motor, but you know, as far as our Talladega motor, that thing runs flawless and makes great power every week. And you know, Robbie at RPI Suspension, he keeps those Penske shops fresh. Keith Thomas at KT Eaton Air. If you're in Northeast Alabama, you got an air conditioner issue, make sure you give Keith a call. And of course, all my help, my mom, my dad, like you said, Dallas, Maggie, Joel, Brandon, everybody that helps us out. You know, it takes every one of us. And thanks to, you know, like everybody like you. Every time you mention it on the intercom, I'm down there smiling. So it just helps me out, and I appreciate it. And we thank everybody that watches it, keeps up with us.
Well, I thoroughly enjoy it. You know, to the man last night, walking through the pits, I talked to all the late model guys as possible, and pretty much everybody was in agreement that one of the biggest keys to a good running late model these days is the shocks.
Shocks, 100%.
The shocks that you run on your car, ballpark, what do they run per shock?
About 7,500, I see it. 6 of them.
I need a cocktail. 7,500 for four shocks. Oh my gosh, that's a few pesos. Now, we all know in the racing community, you can read it in a lot of the trade papers like Area Auto Racing News on the internet. We have definitely got a situation with tires. I mean, a real situation with tires, and there is a shortage. And I remember one of your videos that you said you might consider taking a breather when it got to a certain point. Now, I understand like right rears for your cars right now are anywhere from $225 to $250 each.
Yep, that's right. I said 200 was my number, but I've been blessed to have people help us out and kind of make that difference up. So, you know, it's tough, and I mean, it's not just the fact of paying for it; it's the fact of finding it.
I know you was.
That's the hardest part. And that was really kind of one of the reasons why we wasn't here last night. You know, just trying to save on equipment and all.
I understand that is not chump change. Now, for tonight, you know, night 2 of a 2-day show, the track's going to be a little drier, maybe a little more abrasive. Are you going to burn through a right rear tonight?
Well, talking to everybody last night, they said the track was really good and said they didn't really hurt tires. So I'm hoping not. You know, but like you said, it's the second day of racing on it, and we'll just have to kind of see what comes and take it as it goes, and be prepared to if we have to.
From the other cars that you have driven, other chassis manufacturers, what do you find the biggest difference in the Capital race car?
It drives like a go-kart. It's that easy. You know, the front end, pretty much wherever you want to put it, you can put it and it'll stick.
Outstanding. And Miss Dallas is over here. She's doing a little filming. Shaking your head no ain't gonna work with me. We're gonna talk to you. You know, you do a great job of filming your husband and your kids. In fact, you're
Sometimes we have to bleep it.
Yeah, I enjoy it. It's a little, it's a lot sometimes, but I enjoy doing it.
Well, outstanding. Once again, this is Miss Dallas and this is Brad Berry, the Rockledge.
Where'd he go?
Should we be laughing? No. We shouldn't? No. I think he's going to get my head because we are. I don't know. I'm trying not to look. Who are you looking at? Trying not to look over there.
For a quick time of $200. There's the 44 of Aniston's Randy Holder. Number 71 of Dennis Collins. He comes out of Gaston, Alabama. There he is, the man with the YouTube channel, the Names of Dirt Dude, the Rockledge Rocket, and that capital, the number 27 of Brad Berry. Number B44 of Grayson Brewer. Had a good run last night. Darn near 0.2 of a second quicker than Grayson Brewer in that line. So Brad Berry on top of the heat.
Here we go. Ready to go, baby? We'll be on the pole for the main event. Alright guys, so sorry baby. We are on the pole for the feature. Brad is on the pole. Sorry, my head itch. Brad's on the pole by 2/10. So we'll see how it goes in the feature. The guys are working on the car now. There's only 10 cars here tonight. Not a very good car count, but it is what it is. Brad's buffing a tire. That one rolled some edges in hot lap qualifying, so we're just having to give it some new, fresh edges, so it'll be good for the feature. Look at that stance. Look, he's serious. Chris and Brandon are doing a really good job, aren't they? Yeah. Y'all doing a really good job too, huh? Look, Chris just standing there.
I've been assisting what's going on inside.
That's brutal.
Alright guys, so that's going to wrap us up for tonight. We apologize. We were not able to go live tonight. So if you normally watch it on our Facebook page, we were not able to go live. Talladega weekend, there's just a lot of people here and service is terrible. So I didn't go live because I knew you wouldn't be able to see anything. It'd be wasting my time and one less person we have to worry about video. So we got the results that we had hoped for. We came out with a win. He qualified on the pole. He led flag to flag. I'd say it was a good night. He's coming back to talk to us in just a second. Alright, so how'd you feel? How'd you feel about the car? Is there anything that could have made it a little bit better, or?
You can always be better, but fresh tires would have made it a lot better.
You could tell you were taking it easy on them.
Oh yeah.
I could tell by the way you were getting in the corner.
I mean, I was trying to take it easy on them
Except for them last couple of laps, you had to go.
because I knew that the dang
Joel, we're videoing.
Huh?
We're videoing.
Come video us.
They want us to show them being they're actually being productive. Okay, but anyway, we're gonna finish this video if Joel shut up.
So yeah, I mean, I was trying to conserve tires because I knew it was rubbered up and I knew it was eating tires up. But I mean, even conserving them, they're still pretty bad.
Which they weren't new tires to begin with.
No,
so
they wasn't new, but you know, it's just the way it is right now. I mean, that's the tire game right now. You're gonna have to play that and run what you got and just make them work.
Where we normally try to be on at least a brand new right rear, we weren't on anything new this week.
It happens, and
What is going on over there?
I mean,
We need a new crew. Something's wrong.
I was a little worried when we first started tonight though, because I don't know if Brandon had the camera in his hand, but I don't know if he done any video and that. But I had to get undressed before we done any video right now, because I'm gonna tell you, it was killing me in the car. So all that darn throw up, Maggie threw up all over me.
She had her 15-month shots yesterday, so she's been running a little bit of a fever. So anytime she takes medicine, she throws up. And Brad just so happened to be holding her when I gave her the medicine, and she threw up all over his racing suit and all over the trailer. So that's that story. But he ran away, so I guess he's done talking. Are you done talking?
Yeah. Put on the car.
You just walk away from it?
Yeah, you can finish.
Oh, okay. All right. I guess Brad's done talking. So, anyway, we did get the win tonight. We're going to the beach Monday through Friday next week, so we'll have to get some work done tomorrow and then hopefully get it all squared away Friday and Saturday and plan to be somewhere on Saturday night. So we're living the good life. Racing this weekend, going to the beach next week, racing the next weekend. But anyway, we appreciate everybody watching. Be sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. Thanks to all of our sponsors, KT Heating and Air, Warp Speed Performance Parts, and Vinson Race Engines. We couldn't do it without them guys. Thanks to Trevor Moon at Trevor Moon Performance for the new logo design. That will be in this video. You guys check him out. We'll also be posting that on our Facebook. So thank you guys.